Hey guys, this is Cam15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back at it with another One Piece anime episode review for you guys. And I think we're starting the downturn to the Oden backstory, because it isn't a One Piece backstory till you get a sad ending in this case, and it definitely isn't starting to look good. We're gonna get into it. Now, this is One Piece anime episode 970. So, I don't got a few more episodes till 10 more episodes till 900, and another 10 more episodes till 990. Then One Piece hits 1,000 episodes. Wow, that's gonna be a huge milestone. But yeah. So, anyways, what happened last week? We know that after Oden returned from the Rodger Pirate's journey, the Scabbards told him that everything about what's been going on in Wano was late, as what recently happened. So then the Scabbards eventually tell Oden, like, look, because Oden's in a fit of rage right now, they're like, dude, you cannot walk up into the Shogun Orochi's palace right now. He's too conniving, too secret. We tried that before and it failed. And essentially Oden's like, I don't care, I'm going whether you like it or not. He's like, stay here. And even Toki's not listening. He's even not listening to Toki. So he literally runs all the way from Curry to the Flower Capital. And in the meantime, as he's charging by, one of the beast pirates alerts, I guess, to the Shogun's palace that Oden is on his way and that he's coming and stuff like that. So the moment he gets to the palace, you see all the to the Flower Capital, you see all the people in the Flower Capital like, oh, Lord Oden's back! He's gonna save us from the evil! He's gonna be Shogun soon! Kozuki is back! He goes into the palace. He gets past the guards by taking them all out, and then that's when he confronts Orochi himself, and he took a little, I guess, lessons from in the scene, which I love the scene, how they did it here, where you had the voice actor of Oden essentially saying Orochi, Orochi, Orochi. Honestly, sounds like Kale from Dragon Ball Super when she was like Son Goku, Son Goku. I know I shouldn't be comparing the two, but hey, I just got something out of it from there. But yeah, so he gets there, and he's essentially telling Orochi, I'm here to take back my throne, and you're going to die. Since you did all the things too, he attacked Curry. So it's looking like he's going to go in for an attack with his two swords, and cut off Orochi's head. But then he gets kind of blocked off, and we find out, lo and behold, we see that old man with the banjo cross his fingers just like this. Just like a familiar character we see later on in the future. And we find out not only this guy's name, which this guy's name is, well, the real translation would not be, now, it felt like this. It's Senomaru Kurozumi. And his devil fruit power is the barrier fruit. Yes, the same devil fruit that Bartolomeo has in the present timeline. This old man had the barrier fruit. And we already know the lady had the clone fruit. Again, two devil fruits that we've seen in the past held by other users. And again, like I said with the clone fruit, the berry fruit, if you put into the wrong hands by wrong people, it's not going to be a good devil fruit to go up against. And Oden's trying to cut his way through it, and he's just not going to do it. Now, I don't know why Oden didn't cut the floorboards and just make it to where, oh, guess what? You just have Orochi just fall to the ground and you just jump down there and then boom, that's it. But no, he didn't do that and stuff like that. And that's when you just heard Orochi give his sneakling cackle like, yeah, you think you had me this time, Oden? Ha! And stuff like that. And that's when Oden's like, okay, look, I heard you freaking were the proxy shogun. So hand the throne over to me now, since I'm back. And stuff like that. And Orochi's like, yeah, that's not happening, bitch. You think you're gonna get your throne back? Oh no, that's not how we play around here. And then that's when we see the old lady come into the picture, and we find out her name is Higurashi Korozumi. So these two old characters, have the same last name as Orochi. Yeah, they're definitely related to Orochi and stuff like that. And we see that here, Higurashi, she turns into Sukiyaki herself, and Oden's just kind of, I guess you can say, bewildered at what's going on and stuff like that. And now he's realizing how Orochi got to power and stuff like that. And essentially, you know, Orochi's like, you see, with these two people in my possession and what I have, no one can kill me. No one! And I'm like, oh god. Now, in the meantime, too, we also see Kaido flying in as well, and it's like, oh, this is getting freaking crazy now. So yeah, but now, look, after all this revelations that happened to Oden, Oden again asks for Orochi diplomatically to hand the throne over to him, and stuff like that. But again, Orochi's not freaking doing it. And then we see Shinobu in the rafters of the palace. I'm just, you know, observing. So she's seen this whole conversation. Then, you know, it's looking like, you know, Orochi's about to tell Oden, you know, how he killed his dad. And then it cuts back to the outside where you see Oden walking outside. And we don't hear the rest of the, you know, conversation after then. And when Oden is walking outside, you have the people of the flower capital in Wano, essentially like, oh, Oden, did you do it? Did you overthrow Orochi? Are you finally taking back your throne to be the rightful heir and rule this country with your iron fist and yada, 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 you know? And we probably see one of the weirdest, awkward things I've seen in One Piece for quite a while. And we see Oden just take off his clothes and start dancing along with giving a pretty derpy face and essentially singing a song about his name, about how Oden is made. And he's just doing this, and the public was like, are you okay? And yeah, and then after he's done, he gets up and leaves. And the narrator said, you know, well, after that display he did, he kind of lost the trust in people, in Wano. And we would see Oden do this constantly once every week, where he just go back to Flower Capital and just do that same old dance. And essentially, you know, it came to the point where the people of Wano just essentially started calling him a fool, essentially, like a joke and things like that. And, you know, you get to a point in the episode, it's like, you have to scabbard yourself. I'm like, Oden, yo, why are you dancing like this? Because look, man, the people in Curry even freaking hate you now. They think of you as an idiot. And essentially you just have Oden saying like, nope, this is my job, I gotta do it, I'm getting money for it, so yada yada yada, I'll take it. And you know, it's really freaking awkward. Now I'll talk more about what potentially is the reason why he's doing this at the end of the episode. But then a year later, which is 24 years from the present story, Momonosuke gives Oden a letter or a newspaper from Orochi, and that shows the real world news, what's going on in the real world news, and it's essentially the year where Rodger gets executed. And we see again the scene where Rodger's walking up the little balcony to get executed. We see some very integral members we've seen in the past, like we see you know, you see a much younger Doflamingo. Apparently people say he's actually looking right in his younger self than they made him look like, I think, earlier or something. I don't know. We see Shanks Buggy. We see a much younger Mihawk. We see Gecko Moria. Yes, we do see Gecko Moria. We see Crocodile. We don't see his face, but we see, just him with the smoke on. And we see a much younger Smoker. We see a much younger Smoker, which were, some of the key people we know in the One Piece storyline that were there at Rodger's execution and stuff like that. And then you have the whole speech where, the one guy asked Rodger, "Is it true about the One Piece? Is it true?" And that's when Rodger gets his whole speech about, "Yeah, I hidden my treasure. I found out everything about this world, you could think of and stuff like that. You're just going to find my treasure to find out everything about the world." And that's when we know he got executed and stuff like that. Oden's reading this. He's crying and laughing at the same time and stuff like that. And I think by the end of the episode, Rodger's death looks like it's going to give Oden the pride to fight for his country and save it from Orochi. Now, sadly, if this was a perfect world, he probably would have won and overcame all the odds and stuff like that. But sadly, where we're currently at in the present, that clearly didn't happen. And we're gonna get the tragedy of the backstory, which I saw next episode preview. The next episode preview looks hype as shit. It seems like, and what next week's gonna cover, I'm guessing, is Oden and his retainers trying to take back Wano for the first time, and how it failed in the past, and how they're trying to now we know that they're trying to redeem themselves this time. So it's gonna be very interesting to see where this goes from a standpoint, because now speaking about Oden doing the weird dancing thing, I feel like the reason why, and we didn't see the rest of that, what happened in that conversation too. So the only thing I'm guessing too, and I forgot to even mention too, about the poison arrows that hit two people. So I'm guessing what happened is Orochi threatened Oden. He's like, well, yeah, if you're gonna try to kill me, or if you're gonna keep rebelling against me, and being stubborn about it, well, this is what's going to happen. He probably has like two men fire these poison arrows. It hits two people and it badly hurts them. You see one of them like go blind and get very badly poisoned because of it. And Oden's watching this probably from the flower company. And essentially, Orochi probably played the whole thing like, if you don't do what I tell you to do, if you keep rebelling, I'm going to keep firing more of these arrows. I'm going to keep hurting people. And I'm going to essentially take people out and kill them with no mercy, especially the people who side with you. And if you keep rebelling, more people in Wano will die. He probably also threatened the Curry region and stuff like that. He also probably threatened his family by saying, I'll kill your wife, I'll kill your son and your daughter if you don't listen to me. And this really goes to show you that if Orochi wasn't probably a hated character before, you definitely hate him. He's definitely in the top 5. Definitely, I know by the end of the series, he's gonna be a top 5 One Piece villain that you just hate with a passion. Like spawned him, probably like the Celestial Dragons, any other heartless creature that doesn't give a damn, and they're just a character that's a dick who's there to be what I just said, a dick. That's probably what happened. That's why Oden did those dances. And the crazy thing is he did those in rain, sleet, and snow and stuff like that. And people just saw him. It's definitely going to be interesting to see where the backstory ends up. I think there's only going to be about maybe 2 to 3 more episodes of the backstory. And then, for the people who, do not like watching these backstories in parts of the climactic moments of where, we're going to get so close to the battle on Onigashima. And I know there are people out there that do not like getting backstories, in a key portion of a arc, and they want to get back to what the stuff Luffy's doing. But, listen, I know when I was on the timeline of watching One Piece trying to catch up, I skipped some backstories and stuff like that. Like, I know I skipped the Skypiea backstory about the revelations about Skypiea and where it really came from. I want to get to the new world content, so I skipped kind of the Luffy backstory stuff. I know, I probably should not, but hey, I skipped that stuff. I I understand people, you know, they don't like to see the backstories after a while because it does get boring and they want them to wrap up. But, you know, I don't mind the One Piece backstories, especially if it's interesting to find out like what really happened. Why did Wano get to this point in time? Now, yes, could they have explained it like when Luffy and the other pirates, the other Straw Hats got from Whole Cake Island, and they first got to Wano and they reunited with Kinemon? Could they just had given us the entire Oden backstory right then and there instead of that tiny smidge bit of it? But they definitely chose this area as a start for the reason because it's essentially the scabbards reflecting, you know, amongst what they saw and stuff like that, with a little bit of Oden's input. But you know, I do like Oden as a character. It sucks to see where he's freaking going and how he's eventually going to die. But I think like I said, I think we only got 2 to 3 more episodes of the Oden backstory left, and then we're gonna be back to the present, where hopefully we see what's going to be happening in the storyline going forward in the present, and how will our heroes confront probably the beast. Well, we don't know if our heroes are still alive, but we know they are somehow, because of everything that's been going on. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. So if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece, as well as hit that subscribe button to get more One Piece content. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, yada yada yada. I gotta say that. I'll see you guys on the next video. So stay safe out there. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.